Welcome to Coffee and Conversation. My name is Honorine, and today I'm with Abdullah Malik, who is pursuing a PhD in pure mathematics.
Hello.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very excited to interview you because I've never interviewed anyone in pure mathematics. First, I would like you to introduce yourself.
Oh, so the tough question. My name is Abdullah, and I'm doing a PhD in pure math, and I'm from Pakistan. I'm a Fullbright scholar. I've actually just finished my third year. I'm working on my fourth year. My research interest is in the area of topological quantum field theory, basically. I guess that's all I want to say at this point.
What does pure mathematics mean?
Oh, so it's math that doesn't believe in applications, I guess. So it's just the kind of math that you would just do just to see what the result is in terms of having something on paper. It's something that has value on paper, and it's something that you do with no aim for application whatsoever. And then somebody will come along and say, "Oh, this thing has application. I'm going to pick it up." So a good example of this would be the number system 0, 1. It's a binary number system 0, 1. So it's like a completely different number system in which there are only two numbers, like the number 0 and the number 1. That's what it means by something being binary. It was built out of pure curiosity, I guess, by George Boole, basically. And it has found applications in actually fundamentally describing the way computers work. So something of a mental curiosity turned out to be something that revolutionized our lives. So pure math is math that you do just for the sake of math with no application whatsoever in mind, and then just somebody along the way might come and pick it up and take that further. So
Okay.
that's what pure math is. Yeah.
Oh, so that means that every project that you work on can go further, but you just stop at the point of pure mathematics.
Right. It's like you're building the foundations, like you're building a theory of math, and then somebody comes on and uses that theory to solve a particular real world problem.
Oh, wow. Oh, that's very interesting. And what got you into pure mathematics?
Oh, well, in pure math, you can just sit on your table all day and just scratch a piece of paper and just think and walk around and think, do your exercise and think. And yeah, I guess the fun part of math is that you can carry your work in your head wherever you go. So it gets a little dangerous if you're doing that while you're driving. So I think what attracted me to pure math was that you can you just it's all mental stuff. You don't need anything else. You just need your head and nothing else, and of course a piece of paper and pen occasionally.
And that's it. No calculator, nothing. Oh, wow. I've never seen mathematics like that. To me, mathematics, you need a calculator, you have equations, you have letters. Do you still use like letters X, Y, Z?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we have letters. Yeah, but yeah, we have letters, but we have also Greek symbols. Oh. We have also Latin symbols. We have arrows, lots of arrows, at least in my domain.
Okay, awesome. And so you said you're from Pakistan. Could you tell me more about your journey coming to the US? Maybe why did you decide to come to the US?
So I finished my bachelor's back in 2012, and when you're doing your bachelor's, you just fantasize about moving forward in life, right? And so I learned that the American system of education was pretty different, right? I mean, you could move to some other country and get a PhD degree, but it wasn't the same as the PhDs that I've seen that are from America. So from 2012 onwards, I've only been applying to American universities and nowhere else. Yeah, mostly because of the education system over here, and it's no exaggeration to say that there is this quality, there is this standard, there is this level that they uphold. I guess there's a reason why the American economy is still the American economy. It's, they have this huge powerhouse. So I mean, I don't think I wouldn't want to come to America. So.
And why FSU?
Why FSU? Good question. So I have a very good advisor. He's somebody that I really wanted to work with. He's somebody who has a research in an area that I really like, and there aren't many people who do research in that area. A, B, the weather, Florida, because the weather in Florida, especially in Tallahassee, is pretty much similar to where I'm from in Pakistan. So it's like, that's like a perfect match for me. So
that's the weather was a big
yeah, so the Fulbright actually placed me up in a different university that was up north. And I came to the US in December when it was like freezing cold. And every week you would have class cancellations because there was a snowstorm or something else. And I was like, this place is not for me. Definitely, I'm running away from this place. The weather was one factor. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, so as a Fulbright student, you can transfer or you can decide where you want to go?
So the placements are pretty much decided by the Fulbright Commission, but they do entertain special cases. In my case, the university that I was placed at there was nobody over there that I could work with essentially. So, I mean, the winter was one factor, but just jokes apart, I really couldn't see myself getting a PhD from a different university. You come to the US with something in mind, right? So you're working towards something, and if your PhD is in something that you don't like, what's the use of waiting for all this time?
Yeah. And how have you been adjusting to the American lifestyle compared to Pakistan?
Well, I would say I'm still adjusting. There's always things that you just need to start to learn, and then you realize that there's things that you really don't know. So I have an embarrassing moment that I actually want to share. So it's my like the second day in the US, and I'm from Pakistan, where like there's like this no concept of queuing, like standing in a row for like whatever it is you're doing. So I go to Walmart, right? I do my shopping, and there are like people standing out at the checkout counter. I just come in and stand in front, man. It's like,
You must have not like that.
oh yeah. I learned in the hard way, you should form a queue. And you know how Americans are pretty sensitive about, breaking a queue. And oh yeah, that was a bad experience. So that was like the first culture shock for me. Is like I knew that you have to actually form a queue, but it's just not in your head. It's
Mhm.
something that you're not used to.
Yeah.
And when you take this long flight from home, you're also tired of the jet lag and the stress of shopping, and you're converting much currency in your head, and you're wanting what you need, what you don't need. There's so many thoughts going in your head that you don't think about forming a queue. Just go to the front line and embarrass yourself, and then come back to the end. So I was still adjusting to the American way of life. They're like tiny things, tiny details that you realize that you didn't know, or you should have acted in a different way. So it's still a learning experience.
Yeah, for sure. What do you miss the most from Pakistan?
So I lived with my wife and my kid. All three of us fell sick for like 10 days. We were like down with fever and cough and whatnot. Thankfully not COVID, but we were like sick. So back at home in Pakistan, I live with my mom, my brother, my sister, and my brother's wife. So like it's 7, 8 people living under one roof. And if you fall sick, somebody else is going to be there take care of you, right?
Yes.
But over here, that was not the case. Your whole household is down. Nobody has the energy to cook, to look after anybody else. You have to drive yourself to the doctor. You have to drive yourself to get a medicine. It's that was the time when I missed my family the most.
Yeah. No,
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I think it's a social system, the support system, that I miss the most. And I realized that that this is like last week it hit me really hard.
Well, I'm glad you're feeling better now.
Thank you, thank you.
And could you tell us more about your research? What exactly do you research?
What I'm trying to do is contribute to the foundations for physics in a mathematical language. So the problem that I have in mind, in fact, lots of people had in mind. In fact, this problem has been going on significantly for quite some time now, is that you have so many successful theories for physics, right? But they don't talk to each other.
Okay.
But if you have a world and you have a language to describe the world, which is physics, that language should be coherent, right? That language should talk to each other, right? But in physics, that's not the case. Like there are like a few successful theories that don't talk to each other. Like they're not compatible. So I'm trying to work on this compatibility relationship between these different fields of physics. So that's my essentially area of research.
So you are in pure mathematics, but you deal with physics.
Right. So the language of physics is math, right? And there's this quote by Galileo that God made the universe in the language of mathematics. So pure math is helpful to describing. But pure math helps you in coming up with the situations that actually describe a physical theory. So.
Okay, that's very interesting. I mean languages. So, usually we are on the opposite side. So I think I'm learning so much right now.
You can probably understand what I'm saying. The world, the language of the world is in mathematics. It's like all these ideas are encoded in one different language. All these physical phenomena like gravity and electricity and magnetism, everything can be written down as an equation
You
and
seem
conveyed in a
very
different language.
You seem very passionate about mathematics. Have you always been like that since you were a little kid?
I was okay. I mean, I got decent grades in math, and when I started high school, that's when you start in high school in Pakistan. That's when you choose your subjects in which you want to go and pursue different career paths. So I actually chose subjects that would take me to a medical school.
Okay.
But I had math just because I liked math as a backup. My aim was to to go to medical school and become a surgeon. So that didn't happen, of course. And what happened was I just couldn't get it to a decent medical school. I guess I wasn't cut out for it, and I just thought just maybe start some degree to help me cope with the time, so I can on the next round of applications I can try my luck with medical school. And I started with a degree in math, and I was like, I like this better. I'm not going to go to medical school, so I just stuck with math, and I did my bachelor's in math, and I have my master's in math, and now here I am for a PhD.
Wow, everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, yeah.
What do you like to do in your spare time?
What's spare time?
Maybe spend time with your family. I guess that's we can.
Yes.
So spare time, like besides school and research.
So, well, before grad school and before family life, I guess I like watching movies, playing video games, and listening to lots and lots of music, going to concerts and all that. Like a typical, I don't know, teenager or somebody who's in early 20s trying to be a teenager. But as soon as I started grad school and had my family to look after as well, there's like absolutely no time for anything at all. There's just you're either studying or taking your family out somewhere, and there's like no free time. But I do like playing video games. I do like listening to music and watching movies.
Well, that's good. You can watch movies with your family and play video games with your son. So my last question is, how do you see yourself in 5 years from today?
Oh, 5 years from today. Hopefully somebody's lost some weight, more active. Jokes aside, I don't know. Hopefully some faculty member somewhere, probably a researcher. Some with I don't know, it's just the usual academic goals. I want to be a professor. So, as soon as I graduate, I want to be a part of the academia.
Are you planning on being a professor in the United States, or are you planning on going back?
No, so because I have the Fullbright, I have to go back, and I already have a teaching position back at home. So I'm gonna, after my PhD, I'm gonna join the university from where I'm currently on leave. I'll go back, serve my country.
Oh, so you were already a professor before being?
I'm not a professor, it's, a lecturer.
A lecturer, okay. Oh, that's good. So you're not like the majority of graduate students that I interview who don't know where they're going to be a professor and are kind of scared by the job market. You already know.
Teaching is fun. Teaching is fun. It's a very rewarding experience. Probably not financially, but in other senses, it is a rewarding experience. When you see somebody have that light bulb moment, and then you see somebody who has a passion, and you just keep on igniting the passion and just give him or her different resources to look at. It's a fun job.
Definitely, I agree. I also want to be a teacher in the future.
Oh, well, good luck.
All right. Well, thank you so much for giving me some of your time
Thank you for having me.
It was great to know more about you and your experience and your research.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm
Um,
honored.
I wish you good luck with everything.
Thank you. Thank you. Good luck to you too.